Another week beckons. Monday, 7th of July, a momentous day. Momentous. Uranus moving into Gemini. First time since 1941. Now, the doom mongers amongst all the astrologers will go, World War II, 1,000 wars took place. It was a disastrous period. It was Armageddon. It was blah, 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 blah. Uranus is a disruptor. It breaks things down. It chops things up. It moves things around. It's a mover and shaker. Back in the Empire days, these empires were broken down, reconfigured. It was mass disruption. And so does that mean that the countries, the universe is going to be broken apart and God knows what else and blah, blah, blah? No, right? What also happened in 1941 and 1943, which are not going to be mentioned by the astrologers, they'll just focus on imminent dystopia. Not happening, not in the age of Aquarius. Let me tell you what happened in 1941. First electromechanical computer, right? Came about, entered the universe in 1941. The very last time, the very same period that Uranus entered Gemini. It's this we should be focusing on. And in 1943, same period when Uranus was in Gemini, the first electronic computer entered the universe. This is where the focus should be, not imminent war and destruction and dystopia. Any astrologer that comes out with that and focuses on that ain't behaving well. It's all about information technology, it's all about AI. It's not a coincidence that on the same day we got Venus trine Pluto, and Pluto back in November 2019 was a destructive force. Now he's a utopian positive force working for the collective. It's basically saying, don't stress, don't panic. This is me, Pluto, who's as powerful as Uranus. I'm equally powerful. And I'm just here to say, I and we planets will safeguard the future of humanity. We will make sure that there is an order, an overarching sort of, an authoritative arc that surrounds AI that is working on behalf of the people. It'll be like a collective governing body, if you like. And this is a real key. This is the other thing about Uranus moving into Gemini. And it's actually defined by probably my favorite artist, one of my favorite artists of all time, a guy called Ren, R-E-N, Ren. He's freaking magical. He's a game changer, right? But what Ren is doing, and this is what the age of Aquarius is all about, is what Gemini to Uranus is all about. It's about disrupting life, but positively, because a lot of artists will say AI is destroying my career. No, AI is asking you to step up to the plate. Everyone's got too complacent, repetitive behaviors, repetitive art, repetitive creativity. Step it up. And what Ren's doing is game changing, and he's a trailblazer for it. And I mean, I sent a message to Ren just going, you are truly remarkable. But he is basically showing everyone else, every creative force out there, look, you've just got to be more innovative and more original, because Uranus represents 5 things. This is why the age of Aquarius is magical. Uranus represents change, number 1. You've got to be able to move fast. You've got to change. Number 2, humanitarianism and well-being. This is Uranus's gig. He's all about your innovation, wellness and humanitarianism. But then, originality, innovation and AI. This is also Uranus. So I'll repeat, change, humanitarianism, wellness, originality, innovation and AI. Take AI out of it for a second. Originality and innovation. This is what you guys have got to do creatively. You got to get really creative. Start fusing existing genres. Start going really, just use this. I'm left-handed. I use it the whole time. It's the problem solver is on the right side of the brain. This is an amazing age to exist, and particularly creatively. You can either mope in your basement, or you can go, Uranus is right. I've been too fucking complacent, stuck in the studio, doing this, using technology, not getting out, not strapping the guitar on my back, getting on a stage and saying, look world, what the fuck I can do. Look at this. Just show what you got. Tuesday the 8th of July. Oh, it's rather nice. Yet again, I think it's because of the momentous movement that took place yesterday, Uranus into Gemini. I think it was exhausting for the ethereal realm because they've all taken a day off on a Tuesday. So here's the score. Today there's the moon in charge and it's a Sagittarius moon, but we are coming up to a full moon later in the week. It's a happy Sagittarius moon-ish because we're coming up to a full moon. So this is a later in the week. So this is a very powerful Sagittarian moon. But the moon is happy in Sagittarius. Happy little moon, but it's empowered. So you look at, well, who is the moon connecting to on this day? Because it's the boss, this Saggy moon, and it's connecting very positively with the magical Chiron. And Chiron bestows everything. It bestows you knowledge across the board, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. So if you want to understand anything across any area or aspect of your life, and you want to understand how it impacts you, and you want to deep dive, become more knowledgeable, more spiritually enlightened and knowledgeable, absolutely Tuesday the 8th. It's a positive, powerful, potent, but benefic, happy-ish, albeit powerful moon. If you're a Sagittarian, go easy, because Sagittarius can be straight talking and a little bit volatile, so you really need to rein it in if you're a Sagittarian. If you have a moon in Sagittarius, you should be pretty chill, but let me know, because I'm always receptive to experiences that you experience. It's how all of us perfect our craft, is by just like being receptive to information that other people live, right? So it's fundamentally positive, a great day to be learned. Yes, that's it. This is Wednesday, the 9th of July, and we've got a full moon tomorrow, right? But the day before a full moon can also be quite volatile. I know I mustn't swear, but this is one motherfucker of a full moon. It really is. It's like, fact one, the moon absolutely loathes being in Capricorn. Cannot bear it. Capricorn cannot stand the moon visiting, because the moon is emotional, it's emotive, it's receptive, it's intuitive, it's intelligent. Capricorn, blinkered, narrow-minded. Don't go anywhere near emotion, please. I'm a Capricorn. Honestly, complete fanny, the Capricorn moon. And so you really have to go easy today and tomorrow, but we'll come tomorrow in a minute because that's full moon in Capricorn. But the first half of today, and there are no other planets in play. I think the Uranus into Gemini has exhausted the ethereal realm because they've taken another day off. In fact, they've taken most of the week off. So we've got a absolutely powerful, hacked off Capricorn moon in charge, and he sits opposite Cancerian, or sits opposite Cancer. So everything about this moon, this is a very, very angry, volatile moon, and for the first 12 hours of the day, right up to 1 p.m. actually. So I mean, literally, if you wake up going, oh yeah, it's like, it'll be like this. Your loved one, your betrothed, your sweetheart, be like, morning sweetheart, how are you? What did you say? I just asked you how you were. I go, don't ask me again. It's that kind of moon. It's that kind of moon. And it's like, if you're on the receiving end of Capricorn moon volatility, you know all about it. So first 11 hours on every single level, right? Get back into bed, 10-hour cold shower, sink a treble vodka for breakfast. I don't care what you do. If you lose it, or if you're aggressive towards anyone or yourself, in whatever way it might be, right? There's a 12-hour window here where you've got to hold your shit together. Absolutely hold it together. Whatever the pressure, whatever situation you find yourself in, you walk away, you keep stum, you don't go head to head, you don't get aggressive, you don't get, unnecessarily irrational. You can't afford to do it, especially for the first half of this day, but the whole day per se. It is the end. You'll feel it. This is going to be pretty gnarly energy all day long, but knowledge is power. And I'm presenting you with this message in advance, so you can awaken on the 9th and say to the moon up there, I'm in control. I'm going to stay emotionally safe. Here it is, Capricorn full moon, the grumpiest, gnarliest, most hacked off full moon that we experience every single year. Now, the good news is that there's no other negative energy around, and the good news is that it's not around all day long, but it's a full moon, it's in Capricorn, and it ain't straightforward. Yesterday was tricky because it was sat opposite Cancer, so it's just a nightmare per se. It's not opposite anything today, so you have to have the mindset, okay, it's going to be heavy energy, because it's uptight energy like that when the moon is in Capricorn. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is a grafter, right? And it really rewards hard work, and this is a seriously potent, powerful, hard-working moon. But you have to grind your way through it. There's nothing comes easy with Saturn. It's just like, that'll be a fiver, that'll be a tenner. Well, that's going to cost you 10 grand. 5 million, and I'll let you through. It's that kind of mindset with Capricorn and Saturn. And Cronus. It's all part of the same gig. So you have to have the approach of, I'm going to work my socks off today. It's Wednesday. It's not, I don't know, it's Thursday, but at least it's not Friday, right? So on this day, work can and possibly will be greatly rewarded. Pure, undiluted, hard graft. It'll be noted. It'll be noticed. So if you're out to impress the boss, if you really, really want to impress the boss, like you're coming up to a promotion, you know there's something, or there's a position upcoming within the business, etc. And you're like, I need my boss to notice me. This day, the 10th, Thursday the 10th, that full moon can be utilized. Work your bollocks off. That's for the boys primarily. But just socks, cotton socks, kitten socks. I don't know. Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing as a kitten sock? I don't even know. Anyway, I'm sure you'll enlighten me. So work, hard graft will be rewarded, particularly if you want your boss to finally notice you. Look, it's me working my little off. I'm going to do a bit of that. I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of, that. Because finally, after quite the heavy week, hasn't been that straightforward really, we've got a magical, magical day, and hello, it's Friday. Yes! On a Friday, what you really want is Venus, sextile, Jupiter. That's what you really want. Oh, it's exactly what we've got. Yay! Is what I say. Fucking yes. You will wake up on Friday thinking, if Mr. Fox doesn't tell me I can absolutely tear it up tonight, we're done. Relationship's over. May the relationship live forever, because you can absolutely tear it up. You can hammer it on this particular Friday. The energy is joyous, it's bountiful, it's positive. It's all about love. It's all about money. It's all about action. It's about everything. It's about pure decadence. You know what I mean? If you just wake up and thinking, I'm going to allow myself 3 decadent days this year. Is there one this week, Mr. Fox? Yes, there is. The 11th of July, 2025. Venus semi-sextile Jupiter is saying, I want you. I implore you to have the best freaking time. It is joyous energy. It's the day. If you meet someone on this day, it'll live long in the memory. You'll be like, do you remember when we met? It was such a good day. The energy was amazing. You looked amazing. I looked amazing. It's like it will live long in the memory. If you're going to hitch your wagon to somebody, if you're going to do something spectacularly well, if you're going to carry out do a presentation for a big gig, to make some money, to impress investors, whatever it might be, because it's a very fiscal day as well, because of Venus is a fiscal planet. So if you're trying to do something and pull something off, whether it's romantically or fiscally, oh my God, July the 11th, 2025, the energy from there to here, for it is electromagnetic, and we are inextricably connected because we are, of course, electric. That electric energy today is electrifying. We are electrified. Positively electrified. Let's fucking make it happen. Sun trine the North Node. I mean, yesterday was just freaking glorious. Saturday the 12th. This is yesterday was kind of like decadence, really. Just pure joy and having fun. This day is destiny, and it's a Saturday. Sun trine the North Node. The North Node is destiny. In a natal chart, the position of your North Node is the house, whichever house it's in, that's the house you should be heading towards. That house. Like, just say, for example, I don't know, If your North Node is in the 7th house, it means all things relationship are key to your life, but you're heading towards like this apex of beautiful relationships, personal, family, friends, work colleagues. Everything has to be this beautiful, constant, harmonious relationships if your North Node is in the 7th house, as an example, okay? Now, so it's real destiny, the North Node, associated with destiny, it's positive energy. When it's Sun, essence of you, and trine, which is wonderfully positive, and the North Node, I say it when it comes around, doesn't come around that often, but when it maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times a year or something like that. But these are the days when you must go. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, fine. Just, love your existing betrothed. Tell them you adore them, and say that, if you want to be with your partner, there we go. If you're in a relationship, you want to be with your partner forever, this is the day to remind them, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Now, obviously, if they don't want to be with you for the rest of your life, that could be a bit tricky, but if it's mutual, this is the day to deliver that wonderful message. Now, if you're single, and I think I have alluded to this before, and you stay in, you order a curry, you eat 54 Dunkin' Donuts, and just slog down a 2-litre bottle of Coca-Cola. Fucking mad! Idiotto, as they would say in Italy. No, glad rags, right? The best, get those kitten heels. There we go. I think I said something like kitten socks. Maybe there are kitten socks that go with the kitten heels. I don't know. Anyway, here's the score. You wake up Saturday, single, hacked off, easy. Destiny beckons. They are out there somewhere. That soulmate is out there. And there are very few days when you're going to meet him. But those days, when they come round, you've got to get out. Even if you're just standing on a street corner and waiting for them to pass by. Stand on the street corner for 88 hours. This is the day when the soulmate might just arrive. Oh, just about made it. Sunday, 13th of July. And what do we have? More action. It's powerful action this week. Saturn, the great Saturn, the imperious Saturn, Karma, Cronus, all the same entity. And you don't mess with Saturn. You never mess with Saturn. Saturn speaks, we obey. In India, the Indians absolutely love Saturn because they understand that Saturn is karma and karma is Saturn, and they understand that karma can give them anything they want. So when they're born, they're actually handed a life lesson which is very karmically infused, and if you follow that life lesson, karma will give you everything. But they're also terrified of Saturn and karma, because if you do not follow that Vedic life lesson, you go left or go right. Saturn's like that, and the Indians know it. So they don't mess with. I mean, the Indians and Vedic astrology understand Saturn better than anyone else on this wonderful planet. And if they're terrified and respect the hell out of Saturn, and they know, we sure as hell should. So never mess with Saturn when he's going in the right direction, right? Forward motion. But when he goes backwards, when Saturn goes retrograde, and he is today, the 13th of July, you better start behaving yourself. When Saturn goes retrograde, he's very grumpy because he's not in control. So, in a way, if you like, it kind of wrests control from power, because power utilizes the power of Saturn to dictate what they want to happen. But at the same time, when Saturn is retrograde, power gets angry and frustrated and starts stomping its little tootsies in frustration. And that filters down to us, and the people that get found out first are the people that are misbehaving, because Saturn doesn't like anyone who misbehaves. So when retrograde Saturn is out and about, and he's around until November 28th, right? July 13th to November 28th, right? So you just don't want to mess with Saturn. And ultimately, if you require luck, good fortune, and good karma, you have got to be a good little sausage from July 13th to November the 28th, November 28th. That's key, right? So karma watches every single one of us, watches every last move we make. So if you are requiring a lot of good karmic energy to come your way, this period, it's like, what are we now? Sort of, it's July, August, October, September, kind of 5 month-ish period. If you're a bad boy or a bad girl, and we all like to be a bad boy and a bad girl, I ain't perfect, I can tell you that. I love being naughty. You know, it's one of the joys of life. But if you're requiring good karma and good energy and you need to get a lot done, you can do far worse and be a truly upstanding, morally upstanding, kind, thoughtful, courteous, giving, selfless individual for 5 months. It will seriously work in your favor whilst Saturn is retrograde. You can't mess with it. But Saturn, because it's angry and stomping its feet, he's looking to take people out, right? When he's going retrograde. He's frustrated, looking to take people down. And so if we're the ones that are behaving ourselves, all of us who are behaving ourselves, I'm not saying I'm going to behave myself, I can't. You never know, do you? But the point is that karma will be, is an order, right? Okay, who's being immoral, disgusting, foul, awful, hideously behaved? A retrograde Saturn will scythe them down like that. Gone. Next. You don't want to be in that firing line. So, the moral of this little story, this little nursery rhyme, and it wasn't a nursery rhyme, is thus: be good until November 28th. On November 29th, you can be naughty as. Made it. Done. Completo. Is that right? I think that's Italian. I think that's what they say. This is my feeble attempt to learn Italian. So, once again, thank you very much, because this two-way gig, you and I do it for you. You respond. You're magnificent. And you follow me and you subscribe. And I love you for it. And I very rarely use that word because I got a Virgo moon and it's terrified of the word. Anyway, thank you. As always, continue to subscribe and follow if you love what I do. And if you don't, I'm always happy for you to tell me so I can correct it, so I can amend. Until next week, ta-ra.